Welcome to Ask the Beauty Advisor, a podcast that answers your health and beauty questions. Hosted by health and beauty advisor, Deanna Lynn.
Hey, welcome to Ask the Beauty Advisor, the podcast where we talk about all things health and beauty. And on today's episode, I'm going to be answering the question, how do you know if you're going to get a good facial? I'm also going to be sharing with you some of the thoughts that might be going through your mind as you're getting a facial. So, it does sound like I have a lot to talk about. Maybe I should just go ahead and get the show started.
You've got mail, Miss Lynn.
All right then, today's question comes from Caroline, and I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. Dear Beauty Advisor, love the show. I have one question for you. How does one know if they're really getting a good facial? Would love to hear your answer to that. Best regards, Caroline. Well, Caroline, it's funny you should ask, because about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I made a recording on this very topic. So I'm going to go ahead and play the recording that I had sitting in the queue, because I think this will answer your question. So here's the recording I made about 3 weeks ago on this very topic. Walking into a new spa and seeing a new esthetician can feel like a gamble. And unlike buying a new product, you can't exactly take it for a test drive to see if it's going to work out. And I'll be the first to tell you that you should really be careful about what you or someone else does to your face and skin. Today I'm going to share with you both the good signs and the warning signs, so that you can tell if you're going to get a good facial or not before you even start. So let's first start with a good sign. Your skincare therapist should always ask you to analyze your own skin verbally. And then she should do an analysis of your skin under a magnifying lamp. You know your skin better than anyone, so a good facial always starts with the esthetician asking you what your personal concerns are. Your skin therapist should also do a physical analysis of your skin in the treatment room under a magnifying lamp. This is done to confirm the client's answers and to see their actual skin condition. This step is crucial to ensure that a proper product and treatment are selected. Another good sign, the esthetician asks very thorough questions about your home care regimen. While that, "So what products are you using?" question may feel a little judgmental, especially if it's followed by a vague, It's a crucial question that all good skin therapists should ask prior to starting a facial. If you're using retinols, dermatologist prescribed skincare, or any medication, your skincare therapist should know. And another bit of information that should come out at this time is whether or not you have any product allergies. And a bad sign would be your esthetician is not asking questions about your overall comfort. Regardless the fact that getting your pores cleaned out isn't the most relaxing spa treatment one can get, your esthetician should be aware and concerned about your overall comfort level. Especially because many clients might not speak up about their discomfort voluntarily. It's not a good sign if the room isn't clean and isn't organized, or if your therapist doesn't tell you that the bed is warm before you get in it. And now, going back to cleaning out your pores, you should never feel like you have to suffer through it. I always tell my clients before I begin extractions, and I ask them to give me feedback on the pressure so I can adjust it. Another good sign is when your esthetician can answer any of your questions about the product she's using. Product knowledge is so important. In fact, it's key to know the main ingredients and how to use particular products and what combinations will work best so you can get the best results for your skin. A good skin therapist also doesn't end the treatment at the room, but instead will prescribe your home ritual with easy-to-follow tips on how to care for your skin to achieve better results for the immediate and the long term. It's not a good sign when your esthetician is promising to fix all of your skin concerns at one time. Sometimes there are a number of concerns with the skin. For example, it can be sun damaged, it can have hyperpigmentation, acne, clogged pores. You can have all of this going on with your skin at the same time, and it would be very difficult to treat all these conditions with just one 60-minute facial treatment. It's a good sign when you feel you can trust your esthetician's intuition. There's always different products to address the same issues. I always have a variety of peels, exfoliation products to use during any particular treatment. In this case, it would be more about the esthetician's intuition to choose just the right product for your skin so that you can get the best results. A skin renewing spa experience in the form of a facial should be relaxing. But for some of us, it's go time for our overthinking to kick into overdrive. So here's some common thoughts that might be going through your mind, just so you know you're not alone. You may be laying there thinking about the products you've been using. You may feel ashamed of the products you've been using. I know, we've all been there. That touch-and-go phase when the esthetician looks over your skin and asks, "What daily products do you use?" It's hard for the esthetician not to come across a bit judgmental. And sure, it's very tempting to give the answers that would give you an esthetician A+, like, "I use retinol religiously," or "I never walk out the front door without a sunscreen." But really, it's best to be honest, no matter what you are or are not using. And rest assured that this cross-examination goes both ways. Clients are always asking me if the products I'm using really work, and if they will be effective, and what the results will be. Instead of relaxing, you may be lying there thinking, "Can they tell I just lied about the last time I got a facial?" A good esthetician really can get to the root of your skin problems just by talking to you. So it's best to be honest and concentrate on what's bothering you about your complexion. Skin may appear to be fine visually, but I can tell a lot more when a client tells me what skin concerns they have. I can advise on how to get your skin to the condition you want. Sometimes that's just by the process of elimination on products you've been using. When I've analyzed your skin based on the concerns you've mentioned, I now can advise you on how to improve it. Also, a lot of people can't relax and enjoy their facial because the whole time they're worried about getting up and going to the restroom. Even if you are tucked away and only 2 minutes in, it's not worth being uncomfortable over the course of the treatment. And your esthetician honestly doesn't care if you have to get up. You may be worried about if this treatment is going to leave you red or leave some kind of a mark. Extractions, extractions, extractions. Chances are, even if you have the most gentlest esthetician, if you're getting extractions, you're going to be some shade of red. If you don't want them, say so. And if you have to be somewhere afterwards, point that out as well. Because there's a lot of different facials out there, and some can be customized for skin that especially looks glowing as soon as you hop off the table. Now here's a thought that creeps into my mind when I'm getting a facial, especially when I have like 10 layers of things on my hands and face. I always start having an itch. I always feel like I have to start scratching. And here I have 10 things on my face and hands. But again, it's always better to speak up than feel uncomfortable. Most facialists are into customer service and they want you to feel comfortable. Now, some people really worry about falling asleep. But if you did, almost every esthetician will tell you that that's the ultimate compliment. To get anybody to relax in this day and age, when we're under so much stress, it's almost unachievable. Now, the ambience of the room and playing relaxing music are essential. And once I start speaking with them and ensure them that they feel comfortable, they typically begin to relax as they lie down. Once I start the facial, they tend to get more relaxed as the facial progresses. When I get into the massage of the facial, they'll be very relaxed and almost always fall asleep. Do you worry about whether or not they're going to apply makeup right after the treatment? Again, tell your esthetician if you're going somewhere post-facial. Some people really like the idea of letting their skin breathe and allowing the products that were applied to sink in. No matter what your preference is, don't leave without a layer of sunscreen. Want more health and beauty tips like this? Then why not sign up for my newsletter? If you're listening on iTunes, it's so easy. Just click on the cover art. You'll see a link that says sign up. If you're not anywhere where you can see the sign up link, then go to the blog askthebeautyadvisor.com or go to the Facebook page, Facebook/askthebeautyadvisor.
Ask the Beauty Advisor is a part of the Beauty Radio Network. If you have a podcast or need help in starting a podcast and would like to be a part of a free, supportive network, then learn more by contacting Deanna at beautyradionetwork.com.